Texas airplane was shot down, and he and the rest of the crew were killed. And that's who I remember.
The Waldrons say the most important lesson they took away from Vietnam was humility.
We're fortunate enough to be Vietnam veteran survivors and had basically a very easy time at it. So, you know, don't go puffing yourself up.
Michelle Alfini, ELN Local News.
This year marks the 40th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War, which ended in 1975.
Now let's take a look at national headlines. Our Dion Buck is here with 3 stories that you need to know to start your day. Dion?
Thanks, Ashley. Overnight, police have arrested a second suspect in the social media threats at the University of Missouri. The suspect is a student at Northwest Missouri State University, and their name has not been released, according to CNN. In addition to racial threats, there were also rumors of a KKK presence on campus. Earlier this week, the university president stepped down after students protested the unfair treatment of minority students. University police have released a statement that there is no imminent danger on campus. Kurdistan Region Security Council says Yazidi fighters are pushing to take back the northern Iraqi town of Sinjar from ISIS. Last year, ISIS took over Sinjar, killing more than 5,000 boys and men while selling women and teenage girls into slavery, according to CNN. Since the attack, an estimated 300 ISIS fighters remain in the city. Led by Peshmerga forces, Operation Free Sinjar will include up to 75,000 fighters and coalition warplanes for air support. In lighter news, today marks the second day of the Hindu holiday Diwali. Diwali, also known as the Festival of Light, is one of India's biggest holidays. The celebration is not only celebrated in India, but Hindus, Sikhs, and Jains around the world come together for a colorful 5-day festival. People worldwide celebrate Diwali with fireworks and other light-filled displays like candles and traditional oil lamps. Be sure to wish anyone celebrating Happy Diwali. Those are the top headlines for today. Ashley and Caroline, back to you.
The sun is just starting to come back this week, but is it here to stay? Our Megan Jernak is in downtown Elon to give us the Phoenix 5-day forecast. Megan?
All of Elon was singing Rain, Rain, Go Away last week, and thankfully it worked. There isn't a single drop of rain in the forecast for this week. Today we'll see sunny skies and a high of 74. Things will cool off a bit tomorrow with temperatures only getting up to the low 60s. Friday night we'll see lows around 35. The cooler weather will continue on for the weekend. We'll see highs in the upper 50s on Saturday and Sunday highs close to 60 degrees. And the nights cooling down to around 30. On Monday and Tuesday we'll begin the week with the temperatures in the mid to low 60s. Keep thinking happy thoughts, Elon, and hopefully we can keep these storms at bay until our very deserved Thanksgiving break. I'm Megan Durnak. Ashley and Caroline, back to you.
Coming up, a simple recipe but a big hit. We can cook up some food for you to make for your Thanksgiving dinner table.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener and loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas.
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
If the stresses of the semester are dragging you down, here's a little escape. Our Meredith Stutz joins us in studio with the latest entertainment news that you want to know. Hey, Meredith.
That's right. Good morning, ladies. So yes, lots of excitement and anticipation for this holiday season of releases. Several movies are opening tomorrow, including the first Christmas movie of the year. It's a comedy called Meet the Coopers, and it has a star-studded cast, including Diane Keaton, John Goodman, and Ed Helms, just to name a few. And since today is Thursday, we have to let you know that the queen of TGIT, Shonda Rhimes, released a book this week. The memoir is titled The Year of Yes. Rhimes is well known for being the producer of many hit shows like Scandal, Grey's Anatomy, and How to Get Away with Murder. Finally, I know what I'll be listening to on repeat this weekend. After much excitement and fangirling, Justin Bieber is releasing his highly anticipated album, Purpose, tomorrow. Popular tracks include Where Are You Now, What Do You Mean, and Sorry. And speaking of sorry, check out this video remake.
Is it too late now to say sorry? Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? I'm not just trying to get you back on me. Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Is it too late now to say sorry? Oh, that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now?
We will not be doing that in studio today.
We were all
that,
just
like, standing on the
ground. No, me either.
Oh
I pride myself on having like pretty good balance. Like, you know, I can stand on one leg, but the fact that they can do that,
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
And in sync. Like,
yeah.
And think of how many takes that took.
It's the magic of the Biebs. What do you want?
Absolutely.
In
They're
such
all
a-
believers.
I'm in
The
such
song
a
is so
love-hate with
powerful.
the new Bieber.
Yeah.
Do we believe that he's really come around again?
We believe.
Do we believe?
Do you think he's actually sorry? That was good.
I don't know.
Good.
I'm really excited about it.
I hope it's true.
What's your favorite track so far?
Definitely sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, but we have to move on. It's officially 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, and to get us in the mood for Turkey Day, our Avik Bargave showed us how to make Thanksgiving staples for this week's college cooking. Thanksgiving dinner cannot come soon enough, but instead of looking forward, let's take a look back in history. For this week's Throwback Thursday, let's check in on this day in 1946. The Exchange National Bank of Chicago opened what would be the first drive-through bank. Bank tellers sat behind bulletproof glass and customers could withdraw or deposit money at the windows. This may seem normal to us now, but in 1946 it was pretty revolutionary. A more recent TBT, on this day in 2013, it was announced the spire on the top of the World Trade Center would make it the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, standing at 1,776 feet. The building, rising near where the Twin Towers stood, symbolized tenacity for the citizens of New York City and the country more than 10 years after 9/11. Finishing up with a major throwback, on this day in 1799, American astronomer Andrew Ellicott Douglas was the first person to document a meteor shower. He wrote, quote, "The whole heaven appeared as if illuminated with skyrockets flying in an infinity of directions." It turns out he was watching the Leonids meteor shower, which can produce up to 7,000 meters per hour. The next Leonids meteor shower will be next Wednesday, November 19th. And with Thanksgiving break just around the corner, I have some packing tips that might help you with your limited suitcase space.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
I will not be news today. I will not make headlines by going through a bad girl phase where I get that bad girl haircut where they shave just one side of your head. And I will not bring a Komodo dragon as my +1 to an award show, even though that would be awesome. I'm Olivia Munn, and I will not be trending today because there's a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Leaves are falling from the trees, and instead of raking them up, our Elizabeth Kirkhorn shows us a way to craft with them.
Good morning! I'm going to show you how to make this fun and festive leaf garland to bring some of that Thanksgiving spirit right into your home. As glamorous as it looks, this craft is incredibly simple and perfect for a college student on a budget. You'll need liquid glue, a thin ribbon, glitter of any kind that you desire, a paintbrush, and a bunch of autumn leaves. When you're gathering these leaves, you'll want to make sure they're the fresh, sturdy kind that will hold up in your garland. What you don't want is the drier, flaky kind. They'll fall apart. Lay out a newspaper or some kind of padding when you're ready to craft. Then, flatten your leaves out one at a time and apply a thorough coat of liquid glue to each leaf. Sprinkle a generous helping of glitter on top and shake the excess off. You'll be left with your final product. You can choose to spray it over with hairspray to make sure the glitter holds. Now, repeat the process until you've made as many sparkly leaves as you want in your garland. Okay, now you've got a nice pile of decorated leaves and it's time to string them up. Cut one portion of ribbon the length you want your garland to span, and then cut one shorter piece for each leaf that will be hanging. I made mine different lengths to give it a more dynamic look. Next, you're going to want to carefully hole punch each leaf. Aim towards the center of the base if you can. Then, string a piece of ribbon through each leaf, tying it securely, and attach each of these to your overhanging string with a knot. Once you're finished, you can hang your garland anywhere you like. Enjoy it hanging from your shelves, your bed, or over your windows. It's guaranteed to remind you of the magic of the season every time you see it. Elizabeth Kirkhorn, ELN Local News.
While our Thanksgiving break may have gotten bigger this year, your carry-on suitcase size has not. I have some tips on how you can pack your bag to the fullest. The relaxation of Thanksgiving break is just around the corner, but before you get there, you have to get through here. Here are some tips and tricks to get to break without the headache. First tip to hack your pack, leave no crevice unpacked. Use shoes, hats, and anything remotely hollow to store other items. And bonus, stuffing a hat with a pair of pants will keep it from getting squished later on. If you're packing a nice shirt, roll your belt and place it in between the collar. It will keep your shirt from getting wrinkled and keep you from asking your mom to do your ironing when you get home. Try placing a shower cap on the bottom of your shoes to avoid getting the rest of your clothes dirty. Just don't use that shower cap afterwards. And lastly, once you get to packing those items into your suitcase, make sure you concentrate the heaviest items like shoes and cosmetics near the wheels of your suitcase. That way you avoid the unstable luggage that tends to assault the ankles of fellow travelers. Happy packing! Well, now we're going to try and put some of the tips to the test. I have to tell you, this actually was pretty revolutionary for me.
I'm sure it was. I can't pack for the life of me.
The most frazzled traveler ever, which is not shocking to anybody.
Can I ask you, do you ever have that, like, the 2 minutes before you leave where you're like, I need
everything. Like, I need this picture frame.
I do that every time, and I leave the house with, like, 4 chapsticks, and I don't need 4 chapsticks, I need 1.
I know, or like, I wear my coat with the biggest pockets because I keep shoving stuff in.
Yep, everywhere. But that was cool. That was a great package.
Oh, well, thank you. But no, seriously, heaviest stuff in the bottom so it doesn't tip over. And actually, yeah, it's a little messy right now, but I'm telling you, those tips and tricks, you'll have a much easier traveling experience.
I can't wait for break. I'm going to start packing now. After the break, Matt Cesari performs in our final ELN Fall Concert Series of the semester.
I will not be news today. I will not make another push to be the first man in space with frosted tips and a puka shell necklace. And I will not go viral when my terror is caught on camera when I finally realize that in the vacuum of space, no one can hear you sing. I'm Lance Bass, and I will not be trending today because there is a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
We're back with Matt Cesari, one of the newest Limelight artists, and that's all we have for this week. Thanks for tuning in.
So Matt, take it away for us.
Thank you.
I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. I feel there's nothing I can do. Yeah, yeah. I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. After all, I knew it had to be something to do with you. I really don't mind what happens now and then, as long as you'll be my friend at the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might. Kryptonite. You call me strong, you call me weak, but still your secrets I will keep. You took for granted all the times I never let you down. You stumbled in and bumped your head. If not for me, you'd be dead. I picked you up and put you back on solid ground. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might. Kryptonite. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might. Kryptonite. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might. Kryptonite. Oh.
Can you tell us a little bit what goes into being a Limelight artist? Like, how does one become one? Not that we're interested, but
I'm a little interested. I could probably do it.
Tone deaf.
So basically, they hold auditions at the beginning of every year, and they might also start holding spring auditions. I could be wrong on that. But they hold auditions, and basically you come out, do a song or two or three, and then they sort of have a tier system and sort of organize artists by sort of experience level and sort of what kind of gigs they're going to do, and then basically they will find gigs for whatever your genre is on campus. So we have rap artists and hip hop and DJs and singer-songwriters and the whole shebang.
So what did you audition with? How many songs did you do?
I auditioned, I think I did 3 songs last year and then just 1 song this year, because this year we had so many people come out that I believe we had to like click through it pretty quickly.
Right.
So it's a booming organization on campus for sure.
That is awesome. And do you produce, or you're just the singer musician?
I'm more the singer-songwriter side of things. I'm not as technologically savvy, but
so how many originals do you have?
Something like 10, 11, 12,
wow,
more or less,
Wow,
some in the works. But,
what about covers? What's your favorite to do?
Ooh, well, I do enjoy Kryptonite, but I'm kind of branching out a little bit. Recently I had a gig, and I did a Hotline Bling.
That seems a little out of your genre.
It is a little bit, but you just have to make it your own. So my sister bet me that I would not do it, and so of course I had to then do it. But yeah, just sort of whatever strikes my fancy, I like to try and cover.
Awesome. And can we expect anything coming out soon, like a record?
Possibly looking at maybe an EP by the end of this year, but that's sort of down the line a little bit. So.
Okay,
wow,
awesome.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. And then when you have that EP,
it'll be
you'll
announced
come back
here on
on.
ELN Morning
Yes.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, tell us first.
Yeah, break the news here.
We'll get it going.
It's good. Well, thank you so much again for coming.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
That is all we have. Make sure you check us out on Facebook and Twitter at ELN Morning.
Have a great week, Elon.